I don't get it.
Podcast.
One day we'll get the countdown correctly. Guys, we always count down to hit record because we're in 3 different places and it's like a mess sometimes. Anyways, we digress. Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. This is Naz in LA, Lauren in
DC, Virginia, whatever you want to.
Where are you right now? You're like in a different room.
I'm in an office.
Wow. Why have you never recorded in there in the first
Because
place?
I have recorded here the past twice. The past twice?
In the past twice?
Oh, God. It's been a long day. The past 2 times.
I've never seen those wood blinds.
Oh, they're all over the house.
I love it. So I had an I Don't Get It. Ironically and recently, I've been listening to other podcasts. I discovered this man named Peter Crone, and I would literally do an entire bonus podcast on how this guy's changed my life. And he's like a Tony Robbins, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. But anyways, he doesn't have his own podcast. He's just like a guest on a bunch of different ones. So I've been like trying to soak him up and listen to him on different people's podcasts. And I ironically don't actually listen to podcasts. So this is like a new thing for me. And it's hilarious because we've all been hosting one for years. And so while I've been on this like adventure of listening to different podcasts, I don't get.
That's like, I don't get podcasts.
I literally don't get like how boring some of these podcasts start, you guys. And I don't care that it's like in the wellness world or in the literary world. It's always like, first of all, it's always like reading this long ass bio, clipping like a part of the conversation before.
Yes.
Which to me is like a TV show device. Like, just get into it. But the one
like coming up on this episode.
yeah, like if we were like, and then she farted, haha. Welcome to the I Don't Get It.
No way. I've never
like,
listened to a podcast like that before.
It's just confusing. It's
like,
that
this isn't a
almost all
TV
of them.
show.
Yeah.
This isn't a TV show. And then the other thing that oh my God, so many of them, and like, I'm probably going to get shit for this because I shouldn't be sort of discouraging people from building brands and podcasts and subscribing. But like, I think the 3 of us really try to do it at a minimal level. And for everyone listening to this, it's actually not good for us. Like, we need you guys to support the podcast in order for us to continue to do the podcast. But I have been listening to other people's podcasts, and it is like a soliloquy, like a 10-minute monologue on like, subscribe, and this is like my YouTube. And it's like, all right, just get to Peter Crone, like get to the guest. Like that is why I'm here. And I just immediately check out. I'm always like, you know, the little 15 button. I'm like 15.
I'm sure everyone that listens to this podcast has probably done the 15 button once or twice. But I do that through the subscribe parts of podcasts for sure, because those are very long-winded. It's like, I'm already here.
But some people, I mean, they just start and it's like a NASCAR's worth of ads before the content even begins. And it's like, yo, you got to earn me listening to this ad. Yeah. I mean, at least that's what we try and do with everyone. Anyways, that's my cynical elder millennial podcast.
Okay.
It's okay.
I have, and I don't get it for like the first time in a long time. And I'm really excited about it. I know it's going to annoy Lauren, and it's probably Naz is going to be like, I literally have never thought of this before. And Lauren probably hasn't thought of it in a long time. And I know our listeners have never thought about it ever.
Oh my God.
Well, this is a very well thought out. I don't get it.
No, it's not. It's not even that good. Okay.
It's going to have to do with like pickles or something. Something very not deep.
Even not good. What a great lead in.
Okay. So do you guys, my hair is so greasy. Like, the hormones and like it's literally oily 24 hours after I wash it, and I have so many breakouts around my hairline, which is really weird because I've never broken out around my hairline or even my forehead like ever before. So I was looking up the other day like hairline pimples pregnancy, like to see if that was like a common thing, and I don't really know that there's a tie to like my hair being super greasy and like my hairline also being pimply. I mean, it makes sense. It really does because, you know, it's like the grease and build up and all that.
Right.
But who knows if it's really, but all logic would point to it. Anyway, so many articles are suggesting that I shampoo my hair every day. And I go, I'll wash my hair every day, but I will not shampoo my hair every day because shampooing is not a goddamn verb. It is a noun. Okay? I will wash my hair every day with shampoo, but I will not shampoo my hair every day. And do you, Lauren?
Okay.
I felt like this would annoy you because I think we talked about it as like kids. Because in Life as a House with Hayden Christensen, which Lauren and I watched a zillion times, she goes, excuse me, I need to shampoo my hair while they're like taking a shower together. And we used to think that was so annoying.
Bitch, I hated the way she said that. I need to shampoo my hair. I'm like, oh, just casually going in there. Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. But do you agree? Like, I don't like, I really have a thing where I don't like it when nouns are used as verbs because, well, this is a whole different reasoning. But I guess we do speak explicitly on the I Don't Get It podcast. I was talking about this on Jared's Help I Suck at Dating last week. How I hate when the word fuck is used as a verb.
You do hate
because
that.
I'm fine with the fuck being used as an adjective. You know, fucking this, fuck, or like, you know, anger, you know, an exclamation.
That was such a good Roy Kent impersonation from Ted Lasso.
Oh, I haven't really watched much of it.
Damn it.
And
anyways, keep going.
Anyway, but I can't stand it when people say like, let's fuck or we fuck. Oh, God. I think it's so dirty. It literally means there was no emotion. And like it was just like an act of two human bodies.
Like it sounds like it wasn't making love.
Yeah, not that I like that expression. Like that expression's also creepy to me.
Oh, really? So what do you prefer? What is the preferred expression? Like
have
intercourse?
Sex.
Like
have sex?
Have sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Making love makes
very
me think,
proper of you.
Makes me think of like some guy tenderly kissing me, and I'm gonna go
make love
yeah.
does. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Make love just sounds like really weird to me.
Make love to me in my head is like making a baby.
Oh, see, I don't like the fact
Like
that
you're
it's
making love.
Making love is in Top Gun when he like slowly places her on the bed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
So
also
slower,
could
sensual.
be affected by the fact that as a kindergartner, my grandma said, I'm making a poopy. So
Don't you say that?
I don't say that ever. Making one. No, gross, disgusting. I don't like if people say making anything, I guess.
You don't like any making bodily
things.
Yeah, it's like you're like, ew, why is your body doing that?
Yeah.
This shampoo thing has got me stuck. I'm just thinking about this shampoo thing.
Do you like that, Lauren, or no? As a
No,
hairdresser,
I
do you
don't-
say that?
I did.
Yeah, do you say like let's or do you say let's wash it?
No, I say I'm gonna wash you out. That's
Yeah.
what I say. So I guess
You
wash.
like that, Ashley?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess.
But is it
That-
wash you out against every rule that you just said that you don't like?
Wash you out. Why?
I don't know. Doesn't it sound like
She's washing
Something-
the color out. So
washing the color
it's
out?
okay.
I don't know, but that makes me think of when someone says something else about like, oh, come back to me. I got to think about this comparison. It's going to drive me nuts.
Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but like there's got to be something that we can do to break up the monotony of life. Like I feel like the last year and a half there hasn't been much going on, and like I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm an Aries and I just get bored easily, but I'm constantly looking for things to stimulate my brain and possibly stimulate other parts of my body. Case in point, Dipsy. Introducing Dipsy. Dipsy has stimulated my mind and my body so much this year, you guys, and I promise you it'll break up the monotony of life and it'll make you feel less stressed. So if you've never heard of it, it's this audio app full of short, sexy stories, and they're designed to turn you on. So, I mean, this is for anyone because anyone should and can, and if you want to, can masturbate. But especially for all you single people out there like me, I mean, this is like your invisible boyfriend before bed. So the stories feature characters that feel like real people and immersive scenarios, so you honestly feel like you're right there. And I mean, you could easily just close your eyes and pretend it's like Harry Styles talking to you. You know, there's nothing off limits.
And for our listeners, Dipsy is offering a 30-day free trial trial when you go to dipseastories.com/getit. That is DIPSEA stories.com/getit. It's a 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/getit. Because guess what? Just because you're a grown-up doesn't mean you've outgrown bedtime stories.
Naughty bedtime stories. Okay.
I love, and I'm not saying this to be a contrarian. I think it's because it's something I do with the English language, but I abbreviate everything.
Yeah,
and I
you
like,
do, but you know that annoys me.
I do. This is how I talk. It's like how everyone spoke where I grew up, and I like when things are used instead of like, let me wash my hair. I rather say like, let's shampoo your hair.
There's no difference.
Shampoo. Yes, it is. It's shampooing sounds cooler. It sounds like cooler.
Let me shampoo your hair. I would never ever notice if someone said it, but I mean,
I also like the visual attachment to like if someone just says wash your hair, someone says shampooing. I picture like, remember the Tresemme commercials you grew up watching, where it's like all up in the hair, and then they're just like
lathering.
They're rubbing up against like that area right above your eyes, you know? And it's Tresemme, Tresemme, ooh la la.
oh yeah.
I won't
That's
deny
like
it's more of
shampooing
a
to me.
visual look. I get it.
On the topic of shampooing, I hate spending $100 for a haircut. And when they wash my hair, they're not like getting in there. It's like they're like barely breezing through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, like I wash my hair better than this, and like I don't pay myself. And like I'm
think
paying
that-
you. Like, come on, put some like effort into it.
I
Let's get that
definitely
dandruff
I do a way better job of shampooing. Shampooing! Oh my
wow.
God. Oh, whoa. Okay. I
did
guess
it.
I do say it. I do say it. I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
So sorry. I do a way better job of washing/shampooing when I do a haircut or something simple rather than like a big color thing. Cause I'm like, all right, let's move on to the next thing. You got toner, you got bleach, you got a haircut, you got extensions. So I'm not like, okay, let's have a relaxing moment. I'm like, get out.
Plus,
Yes.
you're washing color out, which is a little bit different than just like the process of, right? Because like when you wash color out, it's like also just not as fun to lather and touch.
Well, I mean, you still got to lather it, but it's just like more of like a time management thing. But totally, if you're getting a haircut, a scalp massage should be definitely in there.
Like that should, and I will pay more. Like if like scalp massage is in it, like I'll pay $20 more for you to give me a scalp massage while washing, shampooing my hair.
Shampooing. Just like a pedicure and a foot massage. Like you'll pay an extra $15 bucks for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That should be, I guess we figured it out. It should be an add-on because technically you're just purchasing a haircut. So scalp massage should be an add-on when you go to get a haircut. Lauren, my hair, like ever since I got these extensions in, like I've been shedding just so much, and hair on the ground grosses me out as it does my father. Does hair gross you out because you work with it so much? Like when it's wet, like wet hair just
it
reminds
grosses
me
me
of like
out, too.
it reminds me of like The Grudge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I'm like, it's like a spider. I'm like, ew. Like even my own hair in the shower, I'm like, ew, get away.
That's funny. No, like I clean out the sink. It collects in the sink, and every night I rip it out, and it's like all
Lauren.
strangers with wet hair.
Ew.
I know you
Other
have to do
people's
that,
hair.
but I would barf. And I'm so glad that we're on this topic because my next I don't get it was about hair or hairy. Okay. So
Harry Styles or hair?
Okay, can I just say? Wait, pause. Ashley has come up with my salon name officially, and it is
You're
called.
okay with announcing that?
Wait, you have to say it now. What is it?
It's called Harry Styles.
Wait, what? Oh my God, Ashley, you're a goddamn genius. That's the most fucking genius. That is the most fucking genius hair salon name I've ever
Say it
heard in my
again.
entire life.
It's the most fucking genius hair salon name
It
ever.
is goddamn genius.
Thank you. It's Harry
But
H-A.
spelled Harry, like A.
Yes, I don't think you have to spell that out for anyone listening.
Okay, Harry Styles. So Jared and I were talking about this in the car, how Lauren's salon was going to be called Harry H-A-I-R-Y Styles. And then he was like, I don't even know how like we said it, but he was like, yeah, but like Harry, not Harry. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I was like, yeah, with an I. And he's like, but it's pronounced differently. And I was like, no, it's not. I was like,
what?
Harry and Harry are the same things. And then
Jared,
Jared's
I'm
like,
concerned for you.
okay, so should I get him in here for this?
No, just continue the story. He just thought it sounded different.
And he goes, no, like Harry Potter or Harry Styles is Harry. And then your hair, like your body hair, is Harry. And I was like,
He doesn't see a difference in the way
It's
that
the
sounds.
same thing.
he thinks he pronounces it a little bit differently.
All right,
and I
get
go,
him in here just so I can hear what he's saying.
And I go,
Yeah, we got
no, he tried to do both. And I was like, it sounds the exact same to me. I was like, if you say it with an English accent, like Prince Harry,
Yeah,
or
Harry.
like or Harry Styles, then sure, but not in the American version.
Who the fuck's walking around saying Harry Styles?
Harry. Like he says like
But also, if he
Wait,
goes,
I'm so
if a British person says, "My legs are hairy,"
oh yeah,
it
my
sounds
legs are
the
Harry.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
great point. Great point.
Jared. We need you.
Man. Oh god.
We need you because they want to hear your difference in Harry versus Harry.
Harry.
Oh God, I'm concerned.
This is like
I'm glad
so
that I'm
excited.
not alone because I thought,
I'm so
maybe
excited
everybody
for
thought
this.
that there was two different ways of saying Harry.
Now he's
Listen,
like going to
first
try.
of all, it's a great name, and you should use that name because they sound so similar. But don't tell me that Harry and Harry are pronounced the same.
Oh my god, it's literally an accent thing.
It's
Jared,
not an
Yeah,
accent.
Jared, this is
Jared,
this
it's
is
just
your
because you
accent.
grew up in like that part of the world.
Could be because
No.
because they say their A's a little bit.
I want everybody to say, just say Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Harry Potter.
No.
Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
Now say Harry.
Harry Potter.
Harry.
Harry.
Yeah.
I'm
Same
Harry.
thing.
No. It's not the same thing. Harry and Harry.
That guy's chest is very hairy.
Harry.
Harry Styles. It's the same thing.
No.
You say your accent says
You go,
Harry.
Harry
Styles.
Harry.
I'm Harry.
Every time I've never heard anybody say Harry Potter. I've always
say Harry Potter.
That's
I say
all
Harry
I
Potter.
say is Harry
Wait,
Potter.
No.
how do you say Harry Potter?
the correct way, which is what everybody says, which is Harry Potter.
Jared, I
What?
think you need to check
Jared.
yourself in somewhere.
No, you guys are. I
Jared,
think you
it's the
guys are the
same
ones that need to
thing.
check yourselves in somewhere.
No one
It's
says Harry Potter. Everyone just says Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Harry
that's the
Potter.
same as being Harry.
Harry is the same way as Harry. Harry and Harry.
Harry.
It's just
like
'cause
I have
you're
a
from-
I have a hairy body. So if I say it slowly, like Harry, that's how you say Harry, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
And then the way I say Harry is like, oh, that's Harry Styles.
yeah, because you're from Rhode Island, Harry Styles.
You guys are insane. I still think it's a great name, and you should absolutely name your.
I'm
your
definitely
son
going
that,
to
'cause
use
genius.
it. Yes.
It's so genius. His
But it's
tour just kicked
Harry.
off, and I'm so jealous. It's so hilarious.
Isn't that so funny, guys? I really I can't wait for feedback on this.
I need
know what's-
so much feedback.
so much feedback. We need like an entire thread in the Facebook group to read through, please. Also, Ashley, I feel like the conversations in the Ike and Eddie Harry Haven household have been so hair centric. I saw on your
the
Insta story
redheads.
last night that you guys had a whole debate over who's a redhead. Or
I
not.
think I wanted to bring that up again here. A lot of people got mad at me because I didn't mention on my Instagram Jessica Chastain and Lucille Ball, which, yes, we both mentioned them in the in-person conversation. But like what I think is fascinating about the conversation, which to you guys who haven't seen my Instagram story, we were like, who do you think when you think redhead? And when I think redhead,
I think Emma Stone.
I think Emma Stone, I think Lindsay Lohan, I think Nicole Kidman, and I think of like Deborah Messing. And then I also think
Connie Britton.
Connie Britton, that's good.
Connie Britton.
And then I think Jessica Chastain and Lucille Ball. But Jared was like, you're missing two huge people. And I was
Wait,
like,
Madeline
who?
from Riverdale, right?
Sure,
She's
yeah.
she's like the most redhead.
yeah.
Oh, he's coming back.
I told you, Rachel.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
There's one big one.
The
that
one-
I will go to the grave, and this is the hill that I will die on. Nobody will
These
tell
are the
me this
conversations
woman is
that
not
go on
redhead.
in your
I don't care
house.
if she's natural or not. She is known for having red hair.
See, I don't know that she's known for having red hair.
Who?
Okay, Julia Roberts. Do you think Julia Roberts when you think redhead? Because I think she's not a natural redhead because like Lauren, the professional hairstylist here, so she doesn't have the skin tone of a redhead. So therefore we don't associate her having red hair, even though she, for the majority of her most famous roles, has had red hair.
I don't know if there's a skin tone associated with red hair because
there
I have
is.
I have a friend from college who's very tan, like one of my sorority sisters, and she is a redhead.
There's totally different variations. I'm just saying, as like a classic redhead character, you don't think of that.
Julianne Moore is
No.
a classic definition of like the
Julianne
skin
Moore
tone
is a
of
classic.
Julianne Moore is definitely redhead.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts, I don't think of as a red. I think of her as like auburn, like brunette, like somewhere in between brown and red.
See, I think of her as a brunette, but it's funny because Jared is right. When you go through her filmography and you even go through like her images on Google Images, the most of them,
Images,
she's
like Google Images.
most of them she has red hair in.
You know why she doesn't? You know why she isn't a redhead? Because one of my favorite scenes is her in the bathtub in Pretty Woman listening to the cassette player. And if her hair was wet, which is like how you really see the color and like the texture of hair, well, not
Her hair
texture,
is
but the
dry.
color of hair. Her hair is like wet
looks
and
dark.
it's brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark. It's not
Yeah.
red at all in that scene.
I didn't even really realize that her hair was red in that movie until like the past couple of years. I always like associate it with being brown.
Wait, is it? I'm gonna Google the poster for Pretty
Oh,
Woman.
it's red.
Yeah.
It
Do you
definitely.
know
Red.
that? Do you guys know that that's my birthday movie?
It came
What does
out
that
on your
mean?
birthday?
And that's why I love her so much. So Pretty Woman, I was born March 24th, 1990, and Pretty Woman, I believe, came out that day or that weekend.
Yeah.
March 24th,
Really?
1990.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yes.
Let
That's
me look up mine.
That's my birthday movie. And it's, okay, so first of all, the poster, she is not a redhead in this poster.
Let me see this.
The one where she's holding Richard Gere's tie and has like the knee-high black latex boots. And if she is, you would have to
Oh, yeah,
zoom
look
in
at
a
that.
lot.
Her hair definitely looks dark in the poster.
It's like brown. It's not red.
you would never call that red.
But then when she has that red dress on,
It's red.
I think she just has really, really light brown hair, and it depends on lighting. I think her hair is like auburn.
I don't know. I think it's pretty red in the movie.
I don't know. And when she wears that iconic dress, no, not in this picture.
This is just proving the point that like you don't associate her with being a redhead.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
looks very brunette to
Exactly.
me.
Well, Jared is like cursing in the other room.
Okay.
It's also because like her eyebrows are so prominently brown. He says we are psychotic.
I'm just saying, in this specific movie poster, it looks very brown to me.
Yeah. Okay.
My movie is so boring. I got boring
What?
movies.
What is it?
Birth movies. Death Warrant and Hardware.
What do you
What?
type in? You go birthday movie? Like
No, I didn't type that in. I just looked up what movie came out on March 24th, 1990, I think, or that
came-
weekend.
Yeah.
I think that's what I did one day.
Actually,
Which
I bet
is
yours
just-
is so like romantic.
And Pretty Woman is so me, too.
Yeah.
Just like...
little tidbit about Pretty Woman, which if you guys haven't watched the show, Jared thought this show was not that great, but I liked it. It's called The Movies That Made Us. There's an episode on Pretty Woman. It's on Netflix.
I gotta watch that.
And it's really interesting because so the director, Gary Marshall, it was like his first major motion picture. And he was mostly known for directing Happy Days before. And they said that he like just came across as if he didn't know what he was doing. He would shoot the scenes like a sitcom where he'd be like, okay, do one serious take, then you would do one funny take and then one over the top take. And that would be it. And so the actors were like, oh my God, this movie is a shit show. We've been doing 3 takes and that's it. Like nothing seems to make cohesive sense. And then when they all saw the movie, they were like, holy crap, how did he make something so good out of something that
Wow.
seemed so bad?
That's so
I didn't
cool.
know that's how sitcoms were kind of made, or classic sitcoms.
I love that. My movie actually came out March 23rd, which was, I was born at midnight, so.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, I still consider it. My
I bet
birthday
Richard
movie.
Gere never had an over the top. I want to see Richard Gere's over the top moments in Pretty Woman. You know,
all his 3 takes are exactly the same.
I know.
You guys,
Different ways of saying Vivian.
Vivian.
I can't find a movie
Damn.
that came out on my birthday.
All
It
right,
says-
wait. Ashley, you was this your I don't get it. You said it was hair related, and it was your redhead question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I actually, because Jared was just here talking about Harry, and we were talking about Harry Potter, that got me thinking of like British slang
all
terms.
3 of mine were hair related, guys.
Wait,
Shampooing,
what?
Harry Styles, and redheads.
Oh yeah.
How weird.
I thought you were talking about the movies that came out.
Oh no.
I was like, what? Yes, this is a Harry.
We'll
Harry's
have to
an
call this
experience.
ramble Harry versus Harry.
Yes, that's hilarious. So in my new place, I have a neighbor from the UK, and I just got to thinking of like how much I love British slang. Like I wish remember how we were all watching Too Hot to Handle the first season last year, and we all were like, "What's banta?" And we had like Chloe come on and talk about banta and like Wicked and like he like just like the phrases he uses and they use are so funny to me. The other day, I don't know if he said it or someone else said it, but someone was like, "Yeah, it'd be like pissing in the wind."
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know why I love that so much. It's like when you're trying to do something and there's no
Pissing in
hope
the
of
wind.
succeeding. It's like pissing in the wind.
I'm trying
like,
to.
what?
Someone said it the other day, and I don't know if they're super Southern or super British, but I feel like both use it. Pissing in the wind. Quite pissing in the wind. It's definitely. It was Southern. It was Southern.
That's amazing.
It's really funny.
So I was looking up Would You Rathers last week for Dale, but then I couldn't ask him because I ran late. But so now I have some ones for you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
You ready?
Yeah.
how exciting!
These are ones
Okay.
we haven't read yet.
Correct.
Okay.
I think. Okay.
Are you playing too, Lauren?
I'll play, but I'm going to ask you guys questions. Would you rather be royalty 1,000 years ago or an average person today?
An average person today.
Royalty
1,000% a normal person today.
Actually,
think,
no. Normal person today. Women's rights were shit back then.
well, I was going to say medical care was so shit. Like, look how easily you could have died.
That's so true.
I-
but like how much you would have lived, not being on your phone.
I was
The trade-off is so vast.
I was thinking about this before, and I talked to Hunter about it, and we were like, probably today. But then we really started thinking about it. And first, my thing was, I don't want to die of, the Black Plague or die giving birth or something like that. But then, like, I really could just lay around absolutely forever and have people just feed me and put me in really pretty dresses. You know? So it's like, do I want a really good, like, 40 years max? Or do I want to work till I have to wear a back brace every day?
And I think I'm on the first one, but the women's rights thing's kind of freaks me out. Like not being able to pick who I would marry would potentially weird me out. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff I wouldn't be into. And like
Lauren,
war, like the guy you're in love with, like just leaving forever and like never hearing from them until they just show up one day 16 years later
True.
on a horse. Like
Lauren.
Yes.
You wouldn't have TV, radio, anything like that to even entertain yourself as you lied around.
but you wouldn't know that existed. So you wouldn't be missing it.
I think she'd be so bored.
Well, I don't know that I would be bored, and I'm sure there'd be plenty of drama in the palace.
And like think of like how incredibly like all the poems and like letters we'd write and like just be like today hath I don't even know.
And that's it. ... Today hath art thou.
I don't know. This pregnancy has made me realize just how easily you can just die. So like,
Yeah. But you could die as much then than you could now, I would argue.
No.
You can like get you can get in your car and die.
sure, but there's no, because anything
You mean from medical
things.
illnesses?
Like everything
Yeah.
is like a quick fix these days, but like dehydration back then was death. Like if you
I
couldn't
know.
get enough water, you would die. But now you just stick an IV in you. It's
It
just
sounds so nice to me. It's like, why are people trying to like
What?
stretch this? Why are we trying to stretch this part of life out? Like,
you're so wild.
send me to the next dimension.
Oh my God.
I will say, after having lived in these times, like, I could never live without air conditioning.
I was
That's
gonna
what
say
that
air
was my
conditioning
next
too,
thing. Is
Lauren.
you're going to be so
Yeah.
cold in the winter and so hot. in the
bugs
summer.
and bugs. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you would have to shit in a pot, and someone would have to take your shit and throw it out the window. Or
Yeah,
put it,
like yeah. Think about like just that. That alone will tell you to be a normal person today.
Yeah.
See,
but then, it's hard
toughy. It's
because
a hard one.
I feel like they appreciated the beauty of life more. You know, they'd like sit outside and look at a tree all day and be like, life is like a
You
tree.
could
like,
still
write
do
down
that.
Thoughts. Yeah, you're right. I guess average person.
Yeah. And then,
Okay.
Okay, but going off of that, did you guys see that the Princess Diana movie Spencer has gotten really good reviews and a three minute ovation, standing
That
ovation.
is so amazing. And I saw this video of Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, looking
when
so
they were
awkward.
standing.
Yeah.
She was holding back tears though, which was
Aw.
making. She was like trying to distract herself from like crying and
Oh.
like. And I'm like, I relate so hard to you choking back those tears during a round of applause.
Applause.
You guys
Yeah.
cry at
Yeah.
the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
But like she crushed it apparently.
Yeah, I'm excited
She's
for
been
her.
getting really good reviews, and no wonder she was crying. I mean, this is going to probably be her first Oscar nomination.
I know,
and like
how
for someone to
crazy.
come out of Twilight and people not to take her, people don't take her acting seriously.
Yeah.
To come out of this, like especially after The Crown came out, like that's tough to do.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm excited.
Hopefully,
November.
I know, me too.
It's really around the
I'll-
corner.
I'll watch anything Diana forever and
Same.
always.
I know it's crazy how much I can
It
watch
is
of that
crazy.
of her just over and over.
You think there would be like Diana fatigue, but there isn't.
There's a new
I
Broadway
know.
show coming out about it too, which just feels really weird. It's a
Yeah.
musical.
I wonder
Yeah.
if people have like
There's been a million before, like spin-offs, documentaries,
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
There's so many people have played Diana. Elizabeth Debicki's going to play her in season 5 of The Crown.
Do you think that we are the last generation that appreciates Princess Diana, or do you think it's transcending?
I think it's
I
up
think
to us
we
to
are.
carry on her legend.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ashley's right. I don't see Gen Z connecting to her because the reason why we all love her is because probably our moms loved
yeah,
her so
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my
True.
mom, all of our moms loved
Yeah.
her, I feel like.
Yeah.
Damn, she's so cool. But Gen Z is Megan, so
Gen Z does have Megan, and there's a new Lifetime.
they have a real life.
there's a
Duchess.
Lifetime movie coming out this weekend.
Oh yeah, I kind of want to
guess-
see that too.
Yeah, and
Oh,
she
there
looks
is?
a lot like Megan. It's crazy that they found someone that looks so similar.
She's not.
Oh,
as
is
pretty,
it?
but-
Is it the? She was a host, I think.
Was she the one that you
No,
were
no,
talking
she
about? or-
wasn't. There was a
Oh.
girl that I worked with at Access who was in the running for a Lifetime movie to play Megan because she did.
Okay.
She did the wigger, but no. Anyway, okay, give us
All right.
another. Would you rather?
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
That's a good one.
That's a really good question. I think I'd rather be in jail for 5 years.
I think I would too.
I think I would too. This being said, we've all never been in jail, and it would depend on the kind of jail. You know, are we talking max security with like murderers? Or are we talking about like robbers?
I'm thinking
I-
like Shawshank Redemption. Like I read books, I come out like smart as fuck, like fit as hell, like making friends, street cred.
See, I think about family. I'm like, okay, so if I was in a coma for 10 years, my family, as in my husband, could move on. And I think at 10 years, they have pretty much
Well, that's a long
every
time.
right.
10 years is a long time.
Right?
Yeah,
Like every
to
right
not
to
know if
move
you're
on,
gonna wake up.
especially
Yeah.
not knowing if you're going to wake up. So I
Wow.
feel like you'd be at a more of a risk of losing that. And if you're in jail for 5 years, at least you have a time frame when you're going to be there. You have some sort of line of communication. So, yeah.
That's a very beautiful lens that you looked at it through. I was thinking in a coma, like, what are the long-term effects of when I come out of that coma, like, on my brain and life? Like, remember I told you guys my dad was on here and he was in one?
That was crazy.
And he, like, missed school. So it's like he had, like, no friends and had to, like, read the encyclopedia. And, like, it's like, it just seems like a lot of work to come out of a coma. Like,
In 10 years to catch up on all the pop culture, like, political everything.
Yeah.
And your kid, who knows?
Yeah.
And you're mentally 10 years younger.
Yeah.
Because you haven't matured through life experiences.
And, like, if your jail experience isn't awful,
That's
you
what I'm
can, like,
saying.
literally get, like, a degree and, like, become the smartest person ever in there.
Yeah. So I think
what I'm
it
thinking.
depends on the severity of, like, the kind of prison you're in. However, seems
Yeah,
like
are we talking like Martha Stewart prison? Or are
Yeah.
we talking like Guantanamo Bay?
I'm thinking of a nice happy medium.
Yeah, somewhere in between.
Like Orange is the New Black?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great
like that.
question, though.
Okay.
all
Would
women's.
you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
Chef, no question.
Chef, no question. Ashley?
Clean myself. Cooking is like cooking. The chef also cleans the dishes, right?
No, they don't.
Oh,
they
that
just
makes
cook.
it so hard then.
They just cook.
I hate, like, why do we cook so long and then we eat it in 5 minutes? It's like
I know.
such a, like, ugh.
I'm gonna go with maid. I think because I think especially with kids, you're gonna want the maid, and I think it would just like give you a lot of mental clarity to have a straightened, cleaned house all the time,
and maybe give you enough energy to cook yourself.
Yeah, and I think that like restaurants do a great job doing
That's
food.
hilarious. No, I would definitely do chef.
But that's because you want
I'm
to stay
so
healthy.
in the middle.
It's
that
because
because of
I
a health
clean my.
thing?
And no, it's because I clean myself.
But
and
you
I
don't clean. You have a cleaning lady come.
No, that's deep cleaning once a month. But I
Straightening.
clean all the time. Like every day I'm clean.
Straightening. I think there's something different. I think it's different between.
I clean and straighten and organize. I actually don't really need to straighten because everything is always so put together anyway.
That's how I was before this
I
was
think
in my
I
belly.
would, if I was like really, really trying to get healthy, I would have a chef. But I think mentally, I need a cleaner. So maid
But guys,
is
a chefs can cook like pizza and stuff too.
I know, but I can
Imagine like people at your house and they just like cook whatever, and then imagine watching TV and being like, "Oh, I'm craving tacos," and you're like, "Chef Lucille, can you make me some tacos?" Like what? Over someone picking up like hair on the ground? This is like a no-brainer in my head.
But to me, I have a clean house and I can just Uber Eats the tacos.
Yeah, you guys like Ubering and Postmating.
Yeah.
You
That's what I
did
would
too
choose to
at
do.
one point.
I did. Now it's expensive.
It is
All right.
expensive.
It is expensive, but that is an expense I'm willing to eat. Okay. Would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for a week?
Same socks for a month for sure.
Socks for a month.
1,000%.
Oh my God, I disagree 100%.
Are you fucking kidding? I can't even wear underwear for half the day. For the whole day wearing underwear disgusts me.
My feet gets, a fresh pair of socks is nothing better.
I practically wear my socks for a week. I wear them
same.
like 3 days in a row. I'll
I
be
use
like,
my socks twice a day.
"Are you serious?"
Ashley?
Yes.
Ashley, do you take them off? And I always look at them and I'm like, these can work for tomorrow, and I'll put them near my sneakers, and they live like at my sneakers.
Yeah, I mean, I normally feel like I probably wear my socks like half the day, you know? So like maybe like before I go out and I put socks and shoes on, or if I'm walking around the house, like maybe it's like a certain point of the day, but like not after a shower or not when I wake up and blah, blah. So I feel like if I wear it 6 hours a day and then I get like 3 days wear out of it, I put it by my bed and then the next morning I got full cold feet, I throw them back on.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, underwear is
exactly.
Okay, well, very different. We'll never understand each other.
Lauren,
Lauren.
that's so gross. You'd wear the same underwear for a week.
Yeah, but my feet get so sweaty.
But don't
my
you
feet
discharge?
are never sweaty. I know you're discharged. You're a discharger.
I don't discharge that much. I'm not crazy discharger. Let me get up on my horse.
Not
But, like,
that there's
even, like,
anything
you're a
wrong with
butt.
discharging.
I'm
Even
just
you
kidding.
guys, I discharge like it's my
Yes.
job.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying
That's
there
healthy.
is. I'm just saying that I would rather have socks, okay? Would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page or bite your tongue every time you eat?
Paper cut.
Fuck.
Paper cut.
Bite tongue. Bite tongue.
No.
When I get a paper cut, I'm always like, ah. When I bite my tongue, I just get mad at myself. I'm like, damn it. And then I feel like it numbs itself within like 2 hours. A paper cut.
And then you bite it
that
again.
Shit, no, the paper cut that shit hurts for a week. It's like you're trying to wash dishes or touch something and you're like, oh yeah, I got a paper cut there.
Can I just say that I love that you said you get mad at yourself when you bite your tongue? Because it is like, you're like, you stupid bitch. How could you let yourself do that? You know?
I'm like, you fucking imbecile. Like, your tongue has been there forever. How do you not know the circumference of your goddamn tongue?
Exactly.
I know. I literally get so... And when I stub my toe, I curse at myself.
Yes,
I'm
it's
like,
like-
God damn it, Nats Perez.
It's like the tongue has been in your mouth for how long? Like, come on. Okay, that's so funny. I think this maybe, I don't know. Would you rather die in 20 years with no regrets or live to 100 with a lot of regrets?
No, I think this is a good one.
20.
I don't know. Again, family comes into the mix. I don't want to be I can be selfish. I don't want to be selfish and be like, no, I'm gonna die when my kid is only 20, so that I can die without regrets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it kind of depends on what the regrets are. Like, are they massive, or are they like little things you wish you would have done?
I love
Yeah.
that, like, you're just a mom now. You have to, like,
I
think
know you're
about...
thinking about a baby.
You're just thinking about life through being a mom. It's so cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like I would have thought about that with my
think you would have, too.
parents.
I think you would have, too.
Yeah.
Because family's really important to you.
I feel like I would have a lot of trouble dying at 20, even if I lived life to the fullest.
No,
Well,
it
it's
doesn't
not
say
20,
at 20.
it's you
It's
in 20 years. That's like
So
you being
for
51,
yeah.
Lauren.
Oh,
Yeah.
die in 20
Yeah.
years. Okay, I'll die in 20 years.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought it was die at 20.
No.
Yeah,
No,
who
no.
has that many regrets at 20? You should be pretty okay.
What? A lot of people have a lot of
Just,
regrets. by
just
20.
kidding. My whole
Yeah,
teen
what do
years.
you mean?
Lauren's like, all my
I can.
regrets.
Yeah, all my regrets.
That wasn't even the question, though. It was die without regrets in 20 years.
Okay,
I don't know.
This
It's
is my
easy
la-
for me to say because I just don't really have that many regrets.
I don't think any of it, like, when I think back at life, I'm like, I don't. Yeah, it's interesting because I technically don't regret anything I've ever done. It's like everything
Yeah.
leads you to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how I feel. So I'm like, I think if I were 100, I still wouldn't really have a ton, I hope.
But in this hypothetical
Yeah, you
situation,
do.
you would have a
Yeah.
ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I know we've done this one before,
Food for thought.
but would you rather walk in on your parents or have your parents walk in on you?
It's
Walking on
really,
my
it's
parents.
still bad.
I'd rather walk in on my parents.
I'd
Like,
rather-
if my parents saw me like moaning,
I
think I would
know.
fucking die.
Yeah, I would rather walk in on them too.
Literally, my soul would leave my body.
There's like a sense of humor about walking in on your own parents, especially at this
Yes,
age.
yes.
And like you could laugh about
imagine?
it. Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's so
No.
embarrassing. We had a whole podcast, right? About
I
people
know.
Walking in
getting walked in
yeah.
on. That was a good one, actually.
was
I
a
gotta
good
go
one.
listen to that.
With age, you obviously would rather walk in on your parents, I think.
I think at
when
any
you're like a
age.
teenager, you're like, oh, it's mortifying, you know?
Yeah. So true. So true.
So true. Okay.
So true.
Well, I mean, these are all really funny. Should I give you some I don't gets that I just got from the bathroom?
Okay.
I took a bathroom break, guys, and listen. One, I already said this, but like I still don't know how the kid doesn't come out when I'm constipated. That's a big one.
Because you're pushing so hard.
Yes. Okay.
Aww.
And then secondly, wait.
What? What? Can you not say it?
No,
She can't remember. She can't remember anything.
Maybe there wasn't much beyond that. I mean, I guess. Wow. Scratch that.
It's okay. I need your guys' help with something.
Okay.
So we're recording this a week earlier, but next week, aka while whoever's listening to this is listening to this, I'm covering Fashion Week and Met Gala, which is like dream come true.
Did you know this?
Yes, I was there.
I told her, but no, you weren't.
weren't.
I told you I was covering Fashion Week. I didn't tell you I was doing the Met Gala.
I was told the Met Gala.
No, you were not, because she told me
No,
last
you weren't.
week.
What?
You didn't know that. I told you I was working Fashion Week.
I swear I knew it. So maybe Ashley told me.
Maybe.
I don't think
Okay.
so, but okay. Continue.
Anyways, dream come true. I'm so excited and nervous. But I was just thinking, like, I'm like trying to think of like questions, and I'm like, it's like, what is there when you're like talking to designers? You know, everyone's like, what was the inspiration behind this line?
Yeah, like
what was
fuck
your
off,
vision?
Yeah.
Which it's important to know. It's like the one question going through everyone's mind, like what inspired all these beautiful pieces going down the runway. But it's like, what's another way to ask that? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I guess I'm just trying to like think out of the box, and I'm like, everything is so straightforward. The questions always remain the same.
Yeah.
And it's the same on a red carpet too. It's always like, you know, tell me about your look.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I guess, are they necessary evils? They're not evils, but are they just like necessary? Or is there something like more, like I couldn't help but
I
wonder.
couldn't help but wonder if there's another way to ask this question, which is, it would be so nice to have a different way of asking.
Right? Like, wouldn't there be a different,
Oh,
I mean, obviously there's different ways, but like,
I feel
you know.
bored for the person answering them because they've answered like 50 times that night. So you want to be original, but we need to know this information.
Right. That's my conundrum right now.
What do you think, Ash?
I feel like
I feel like you're fucked.
I
now.
feel like for your job you have to ask, but I don't think like most of the viewing audience gives a crap about what they were thinking.
Well, for designers, yeah, but like for a celebrity or influencer or star, you just want to know about the look, you know,
Or
like the
I
dress,
just want to know,
or the gown or the suit. You know what I mean?
This is a hard interview. Like this.
I
is
know,
a
it's like-
hard.
yeah.
I mean, follow-ups are easy, right? Like, how long did it take you to get ready? Like, would you come in today? Like, all that stuff. But it's like that initial sort of like, tell me about your look, or what was the inspiration behind this line? I'm like, is there any other way to like get in there
Yeah, it's a little
and
weird
get that
because
information? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, I guess.
I don't know, because like with movies or anything like that, like there's plenty of things to talk about. You know, like you can like do different spins on the project, right?
Exactly. You could just be like the direction or the audio, like the soundtrack or the editing or the acting or how they wanted to act.
How
or was
they
it
blended with
method?
the
How
cast.
they got in with the cast.
Like,
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Got in with the cast, research on the character that they're playing.
Yeah, but this is
This
like
is,
really
like-
just...
Like, how does the material feel?
Yeah.
like,
Well, you can ask about like fabrics and all that stuff, but that's normally like second or third questions. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I guess I'm just trying to figure out, is there another first question that typically is like on everyone's mind, but I don't know if there is.
I got to think about this. You put me on the spot.
I know. Well, if you guys think of anything, let me know.
Okay.
Okay. It's just, for me, my concern for you is having your interview stand apart from any other person on the carpet interviewing.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, how can I differentiate myself? This is my first fashion week. But I also think just me, it's like if you were on it, just you being Ashley makes you stand apart. You being Lauren makes you stand, like me being Naz
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like in the way you're excited and ask it, I think.
Yeah.
That's true.
But it's unfortunate that it's just like, tell me about your look.
Well, audience.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm better than this.
Well, I don't
has
get
to be
her.
something.
Let Naz know on the message board. If you
But
have
it's going to
any-
be too late. It's going to be too late.
Is
Damn it!
What day is it, though? Oh, yeah.
It's on Monday.
It's on Monday. Shit.
Yeah. Well, hopefully by the time anyone's listening to this, I'm like not having a heart attack and like eating a slice of Joe's pizza.
Oh, that sounds amazing. The calm after the storm.
Oh,
I mean, like,
New
you
York
think you're
slice of
going to get,
pizza.
like, do you think, like, you're going to talk to the Kardashians? The Jenners?
oh my God. I
Wait,
think
Naz,
so.
when do you get to New York?
She's going to be there the same time we are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see you guys Saturday, maybe.
Okay,
if I
cool.
If I don't have much going on, I know. When
What
you
a
guys
perfect timing.
I know. I literally, I told Ashley I want to hug her and let her.
Oh my God. Okay, perfect.
What are you guys doing for Morris?
You guys, I don't know that
Our
this
listeners.
is like riveting conversation.
Naz, I wanted to ask
right,
you
guys.
fashion advice, but I didn't want to bother you.
What? Ask me.
No, I was going to ask you last night, but I figured you're literally worried about like fucking Versace, not like what Lauren's going to wear to Morris' 30th birthday party.
No, I want to know. I need to know. The one thing I am so excited to ask all these designers, like, for example, Christian Cowan, who's like 25-year-old British designer. He's so cool. Dresses like Beyonce, Cardi B, Lady Gaga. He, last year, during his, was it fall or spring? I want to say like fall or last summer. He was inspired by the pink Motorola Razr. And like basically his whole line was like Y2K. And like, look at what everyone's wearing today, right?
Yeah.
So I'm so excited to ask him what he's into now. Because then we're all going to be wearing that shit now.
I know.
Because he, you know, like he's like a big reason why like Y2K's, you know, aside
love
from
that,
Gen
the
Z and
pink
TikTok.
razor.
Yeah, and he like Paris Hilton wears a lot of his stuff, and he was like very influenced by the 2000s.
I'm so excited to see what everyone's
So it's like
wearing.
I wonder what the fall trends are going to be, you know?
Naz, can you do me a favor? And when somebody's wearing Versace, can you say, is this Versace gonna end up on the floor? Or something like that at the end of the night?
Well, if
Wait,
Bruno
that's
Mars
amazing.
is there, Bruno Mars is going to be there. Hopefully he's in Versace.
You
That'd be
should make like a
amazing.
pun like that for everything. Because like in
That's
like R&B
hilarious.
and rap songs, there are so many allusions to.
That's so true. That's
That could be your
amazing,
thing.
Ashley. Is this Versace going to end up on the floor later? Versace on the floor. When that song came out, Ashley and I were like, this is the greatest,
I still
sexiest
feel-
song.
I still
Ashley
feel
was
that
like,
way.
I'm flying.
I'm flying.
This is the sound in my ears is everything my ears ever desired and had no idea.
It really, I mean, always Bruno. He always comes through.
Okay, well,
Wow.
guys, very funny.
What a podcast.
What a pod.
Love
You
you,
know, you
guys.
think you've got
Signing
nothing
off.
to say, and there you go.
Yeah.
Wait, no, before we sign off, let me talk for 20 minutes about how you guys should subscribe and support our podcast and how we can't pay rent or do anything in life unless you at least purchase one sponsor we've mentioned in the past. And, you
Use
know,
the code.
maybe we'll put up videos on YouTube and like all the pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay,
Smash
love you
that
guys. Bye.
subscribe button and go follow us everywhere on
and
Facebook.
join
Tell
the
your
Facebook
friends
group.
about
you
it.
You might make a friend. Also share the podcast. That always makes us happy. Tag us maybe in something that you see that reminds you of us. Okay, love you.
Love you. Bye.
What inspires you?
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy Podcast on your podcast app.
I don't get it.
Podcast.